Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce. How many times do you want me to say that? Set to become the next Newcastle manager. Rafa Benitez, way up here. Steve Bruce, way down there. How and why? Well, we all know how and why. Mike Ashley, of course. But Steve Bruce. And what alarmed me is, as this video goes out past midnight, which is Friday now, so it could be today or tomorrow that Steve Bruce gets announced, it wasn't even first choice. Sam Allardyce was on TalkSport on Thursday morning claiming that he had actually been offered the manager's role, which alarm bells ring round my head, thinking, well, if Sam Allardyce is being offered it and he's publicly declared that he doesn't want it, this is a man who's well renowned for keeping the Premier League side up, because let's be honest, Toon fans, our aim this season, whether you like it or not, is to stay up. It's as simple as that, because of the shit and the carry-on that we've had this summer. So, Sam Allardyce, perfect man, but however, he was sacked by Mike Ashley when the takeover happened 11-12 years ago. A few months into the job, well, it was 6 months into the job. Allardyce was sacked as Newcastle, I believe, were 8th in the table. But they crawl back to Sam Allardyce because he has the reputation of keeping the club in the Premier League. Allardyce said, nah, not for me. Any other club in the Premier League, Sam Allardyce takes that job because of the fact it's the Premier League. But Sam Allardyce knows fine too fucking well he will not work with Mike Ashley ever again. Period. He knows that. So why would the next man want to work with Mike Ashley? Well, this is where it flips onto something different. More on Steve Bruce in a moment. This is what Sam Allardyce said on TalkSport.
I was extremely surprised, I think, but never really got to the sort of talks everybody's suggesting. I think that the chat with my agent and as much as I respect Newcastle fans and Mike, it wasn't for me. I think that I politely said no and moved on. I think
was that Monday, Tuesday, Sam?
Yeah, and it was about never going. I think that thing in my mind, don't go back, Alan. I think, maybe if it was the first time round, I maybe jumped at it, but not now. And I appreciate the offer. I was surprised.
Sam Allardyce has been offered. Who else has been offered it? I bet there's a few, put privately, have said not for me. So now the turn to Geordie lad Steve Bruce, born in Corbridge, which is 15 miles away from here. However, grew up in Wallsend, played for Wallsend Juniors, didn't quite make the grade at Newcastle, went on to play for Gillingham, Norwich, in a very successful Man United period as well, in particular the early 90s, mid-90s. Possibly one of the finest centre-backs not to get an England cap, or the finest, who knows, discussions out there. Fabulous playing career. However, managerial career for me, he's not cut for the Premier League. And I'm going to be honest in this video, I'm pretty disappointed that the club have looked at this, but Steve Bruce will come in. Like I say, he's a Geordie. His heart will be in the right place, don't get me wrong. His heart really will be in the right place. But for me, can he take Newcastle to that next level? The answer is a no, unfortunately. We're going to go backwards because of all the carry-on this summer already. We know about the season ticket prices, we know about the shirt prices, we know that Rafa Benitez left. We've sold a star striker, some might say, in Jose Perez. And now Bruce is going to come in, and is he going to be a yes man? Who knows? Who's going to have control of the transfers? Is it him? Is it the board? Is it Charlie? Is it Steve Nixon? Who knows? But Steve Bruce will be buzzing the fact that he's got the job he's always wanted to get, and it looks set to be him. The positives are that I say that his heart is in the right place. The negatives are, for me, he's not cut out at this level. Now, why shoot him down? Well, look at his CV. All of those clubs he's been at, no disrespect to all of those clubs, I would personally say Newcastle are bigger than all of them. Possibly Aston Villa are similar to us, but you look at those clubs, what has he done? The thing that stands out for me, and this is Newcastle related, is Hassan Ben Arfa, who was absolutely adored on the Toon. He was. Fell out with Pardew, was loaned out to Hull City. Steve Bruce didn't like his work ethic and thought, I'm not playing you. Maybe that's Ben Arfa. Maybe that's Steve Bruce not thinking, you know what, there's a bit of a talent here. I don't want working hard class players. I want a bit of individual skill who might win me a game. Didn't fancy him. What does Hatem Ben Arfa do the following season? Becomes an absolute star, absolute wonder goals in the Ligue 1, got his French call-up back, got his dream move to Paris Saint-Germain because he's a fucking talent. Steve Bruce didn't recognise that. That's what stands out for me straight away with Steve Bruce. Yes, he was poor at Sunderland and we won derbies, Ryan Taylor off the wall, and you know, he took was it a cup final? But not for me, not Steve Bruce. But Steve Bruce has got to go out and prove everybody wrong. If it is proven that he is the next manager, if he does become the next manager, come the first game, the second game, the third game, the fourth game, the fifth game, I'll be cheering Steve Bruce on. I want him to go out and prove to me that I am wrong, that you're wrong, for all your doubters. We'll put a poll up on Twitter the other day. Look at that. Look at that massive chunk of people who are not in favour of Steve Bruce coming. But, speaking positively, you need to get one side, and by doing that, he needs to win games. Now, that's a difficult thing because we don't know what's going on with the takeover. Is he allowed to go and get players? Is he not? Do we have a transfer embargo? Well, we'll soon find out now, because you would have thought Bruce will want to get rid of players and bring players in on his own. Ashraf Lazar and Rolanda Aarons will be rubbing their hands together, laughing, thinking, yes! Because they obviously got chances under Sheffield Wednesday. And hey, we're doing a video the other day, the likes of Colback and Save and Aarons and Lazar saying a new manager might give them a clean slate. The positives, because I'm being a little bit negative tonight, the positives are that Newcastle will have a manager. I think we had to get that resolved. Yes, I've slated Bruce there, and probably you have, but we'll have a manager. Let's just say he has signed. By the time this video goes out and by the time you're watching this video, Bruce might have already been appointed. So we'll have a manager, which should bring a bit of stability. The reason why I say should bring, because now you would think, assuming that Bruce is allowed to go and get his own players and analyse the squad, because let's face it, you need to do that. You can't just take this squad on what it is, because this squad under Bruce right now with no transfers is not good enough to stay up. Yes, you can give me Almiron, you can give me Shea, you can give me Dubravka, whatever. Simple fact is we haven't got a goal scorer. Goal scorers keep you up in this league. We don't have that. Who's going to get you 10 goals from midfield? We don't have that. So stability, yes, but he's got to allow to go and make those decisions and get the decisions right or wrong. He's got to be allowed to give him that chance, and not Steve Nixon butt in, or the board, Charlie butt in, so you can't have that player but you can have this player, and blah blah blah. If you're going to give someone the role as a manager, they've got to go and allowed to do the mistakes or go and be the hero by signing their talents. They have to be allowed to do that. I'm disappointed that it's Steve Bruce, but I want him, if it is him, to win me over. Let me know what you think as well. If the news does become official, we'll obviously get a few other faces who haven't been on the channel as much. We haven't really done the video we didn't do this video the day because it didn't really have legs. Now it does. Steve Bruce, see yous.